Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is currently on a 4-day state visit to India, her very first since the start of the pandemic. Bangladesh Prime Minister received a ceremonial welcome at the Rashtrapati Bhavan earlier today as she commenced day 2 of a high-level India tour. She was received by Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi during a brief address at the Rashtrapati Bhavan. She hailed the India-Bangladesh ties, called New Delhi a good friend. Day 2 looks pretty much busy for Bangladesh Prime Minister, who will meet India's top leadership today. Sheikh Hasina will hold bilateral talks with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi in a short while from now. This is to further cement the multifaceted relationship between both the countries. The leaders are expected to ink at least 7 bilateral agreements in areas like water management, railway, science and technology. Her meeting with Prime Minister Narendra Modi will also focus on issues like defence cooperation, expansion of regional connectivity and trade and energy sectors. The Bangladeshi Prime Minister will also hold in-person talks with Indian President Rashtrapati Murmu and Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar later today. This is her first visit to India in nearly 3 years. She last visited in 2019 before the COVID-19 pandemic. Sheikh Hasina, who landed in Delhi yesterday afternoon, is being accompanied by a big delegation. This includes top ministers, secretaries and senior government officials. She met India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar on Monday to discuss issues concerning both the nations. Sheikh Hasina also visited Delhi's Hazrat Nizamuddin Dargah, a place she used to visit when she stayed in the city from 1975 to 81. The South Asian nation of Bangladesh is an important partner for India under its Neighbourhood First policy, and the cooperation extends to several areas including that of security, trade and commerce. Bangladesh is currently India's biggest trade partner in the whole of South Asia region, and the bilateral trade has grown from nearly $9 billion to now almost $18 billion in the last 5 years. Now, for more on this, our principal diplomatic correspondent Siddhant Sibal has been tracking the details. Here's his report. Listen in.
Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is on a 4-day India visit, and today is the main day of engagement. Earlier today at the Rashtrapati Bhavan, she was given the ceremonial welcome where she spoke in 3 languages, English, Hindi and Bengali, thanking India for support, especially during the Liberation War in 1971. But today on the focus area will be on connectivity, defence, trade, and how people-to-people engagement can be increased. Remember, when it comes to connectivity, both countries are keen that pre-1965 connectivity lines like the railway lines can be restored, and both sides are working on that. And this visit that is undergoing comes at a time when we know that both countries have worked together amidst the COVID crisis. In fact, talking about the COVID crisis, last year, despite the COVID crisis, both the Indian Prime Minister and the Indian President visited Bangladesh. This visit also has a Sufi component. The Bangladeshi Prime Minister visited the Nizamuddin Dargah, and yesterday late evening, in response to a WION question, she was emotional about her visit to Nizamuddin Dargah, talking about how in 1981 her visit to the Dargah helped her to get the strength to go back to her country and serve the country. With video journalist Neeraj Patel, Siddhant Sibal for WION in New Delhi.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.